We did it, guys. We finally hit 200 subscribers after 5 months of waiting. It finally happened, and as promised we will be doing the Q&A. Now, I was originally gonna upload this video on Tuesday, but at the time I didn't really have the motivation to do so, but I think I'm finally ready to begin this Q&A venture. And a quick heads up on how this Q&A is gonna be formatted. I will be answering the questions in alphabetical order according to the first letter of their username, so if you're wondering why your question appears at the later end of the video, that might be the reason. Anyways, let's start this video.
It goes ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, click, bum, ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, click, bum, ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, click, bum. I be Lord of the Rings, I manifest. Represent from the den, I don't wear no vest. I got a heart in my chest, it goes ba-bum, ba-bum. I sway halfway, the day's hump, get over. I be Lord of the Rings, I manifest. Represent from the den, I don't wear no vest. I got a heart in my chest, it goes ba-bum, ba-bum. I sway.
Okay, so the first question comes from a user called Ajmal Hussein, where he asked, where did you get the idea to use a profile picture of Spider-Man? Well, this is actually a very complicated question because, as some of you probably don't know, I originally made this account as a password manager for my PlayStation Network account, just in case I forgot the password at the time. I just thought the Miles Morales thing was kinda cool. Never did I thought it would become the cornerstone of my channel's existence, but yeah, that's how I got the Spider-Man profile. Anyways, the next one comes from Amber Fire Kareen. Apologies if I got that wrong, where they ask, is there a possible chance you'll use your real voice? And to answer this question, yes I will, but not now. I'm waiting to hit 1K subscribers before I officially reveal my voice, so make sure to subscribe to make that dream a reality. The next one comes from Blue Eye Official, where he asks, what is my favorite and most hated YouTuber? And again, with the complicated questions, okay, I don't think I have a favorite YouTuber, but if you're talking for a commentary perspective, I would have to go with Patrick CC. He's probably one of the first commentary channels I started watching when I started using YouTube more frequently than I used to. He makes really good documentary-esque videos and overall has an amazing personality, and although I don't watch him as I used to, he definitely is still GOAT in terms of commentary. And for my most hated channel, it has to be either Ali Coco or Jeffrey Mumbles, cause those guys are real dimwits. The next question comes from one of my good old buddies, Moot, where he asks, do you have maidens? And to answer that, no, I don't have maidens, if you meant girlfriends or something like that. Anyways, moving on to my next one from a friend of mine called Nacho Gator, where he asks, what was your biggest public feud? Probably the Jeffrey Stroke and stuff. I wanted to say Ali Coco, but looking at it on a recognition perspective, my channel could have been left on the dust without that drama. Not saying the views are my #1 priority for that matter. Next one from Cyan Kid, a friend of mine you've probably heard me talk about before, asks, which commentary YouTuber might you become friends with next? Well, since you asked, I'm hoping to become friends with MK, a commentary channel who you guys have probably heard of, but in simple terms he's the only one I can think of. Now for the final comment from one of my mutual friends you guys have probably not heard of, where he asks, why do you mostly use red, blue, purple and black colors in your vids? I don't know about black, but I definitely use all those other colors, and to answer that, I just like the aesthetic, and blue was always my favorite color. Can't say the same for red though. And finally, for the last question, I was originally gonna cut this one out, but it was too funny to ignore, where this disgrace of masculinity asks, when will you forgive me? And obviously my friend Cyan Kid replies, basically making fun of his stupid ass. And if you're wondering why it's funny, this is the same guy trying to ask for forgiveness. Now, I'm not trying to discredit anyone who behaves like this. We all have our quirks, but if you're actively being associated with a group you know is being investigated by the FBI, then I think that says everything about you. Anyways guys, thanks again so much for 200 subscribers. The commitment you guys have been showing to me for the past several months is just genuinely astonishing. I never thought I could make it this far, but looking now, we really did it. Please make sure to like and subscribe to all my future commentaries, and hopefully we can reach 300 subscribers or possibly 1K subscribers before the end of this month. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next level. Bye.